99.7 K-Red, Aurora, Colorado. This is Brandon Jackson calling your Red Foxes football here at Red Rocks Stadium in Aurora. It's been an interesting year thus far for Sam Mashburn and the Red Foxes as they won their first game at Colorado State, went on the road and nearly upset number 24 Miami, and then suffered a major loss against New Mexico State at their home. This is the home opener for them. Let's see how the Red Foxes do today as we get underway. Kickoff deep for DJ Smith, and he'll return this one out of the end zone, and the ball is loose. Smith fumbled it as he got hit hard on the return, and Troy recovers, and Brandon Silvers and the Trojans will come out to start on offense. And the Red Foxes already on a bad start. 1st and 10, pistol formation. They bring the running back Chun in motion as Silvers will go ahead and run and scramble away. He's met by Quentin Cage, who wrestles him down after a 7-yard gain. And an auspicious start here for the Red Foxes. 2nd and 3, it's Silvers hurries the team back to the line. Looking to pass here, throwing towards the end zone. Had a man open, but overthrows him. Safely sails out of bounds. That's Ishmael Finn-Michaels there in coverage. It'll be 3rd and 3. So a big stop here if the Red Foxes can get some pressure. Silvers throws over the middle, and it's batted down. Safety Sam Montgomery there to deflect it away, and Aurora avoids big trouble here. So Troy will set up for the field goal here. This one from about 30-some-odd yards, and the kick sails through the uprights. So 3-0, and Smith still back there to return here, and he'll take this out of the end zone. This time he finds a crease stand down the sideline. He's got some room to the 40, and he's shoved out of bounds, getting to the 45-yard line. A much better return that time as the Aurora offense will take the field for the first time. So Miguel DeSouza gets the start. We'll see if they change it up a little bit later on in the game as promised, as Winslet will go ahead and get the first carry here. Gain of 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 8. D'Souza lines up in the pistol, offside eye formation, 2 wide. Got Oferije in there at tight end. It's a read option here. D'Souza's going to keep it. He's got a good block as Timberlake got out in front there. Good decision to keep it. Gets a gain of 15, and this rushing attack is underway. And now Gaines is under center here for 1st and 10. They go offset eye in the pistol. Gaines, nice rollout design here. Throws it underneath for David Blanchard, but Blanchard can't turn it upfield fast enough. So I don't know if the plan is for Chandler to throw and have D'Souza run, but that's what it seems like now. And D'Souza back in the game here for 2nd and 8. It's going to be a handoff here to Winslet. Going to try to break it outside, and doesn't get much as he's met at the line of scrimmage by Chris Weatherspoon, and it'll be 3rd and 8. Back in comes Gaines for 3rd and 8. Maybe a passing situation here for the Red Foxes. They'll go play action again. Nice throw underneath for Chuck Oferije. Look at Chuck using that big body of his. Taking that short pass and plowing through the defender. Gets 9 yards there for the first. D'Souza back in here for 1st and 10 as he changes the play call. He's got Timberlake and Winslet behind him as D'Souza throws over the middle as Isaiah Irving was coming open. Couldn't get open fast enough, though, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Gaines back in, full house formation. Here's Gaines, a little read option, and lets Winslet sweep left, but doesn't get too far, only a gain of 1. For 3rd and 9. Gaines stays in, 4 wide. Wide receivers to the right are a little bunched as Gaines steps up, throws. Dangerous throw there. I think he was looking for DJ Smith and can't get it to him. It'll be 4th and 9. That'll bring out Sean O'Shea in the kicking unit. So here's this kick from about 45 yards. Gaines to hold it down, and O'Shea drills it through the uprights. He stays perfect on the year thus far. Been pretty reliant thus far for this Red Foxes offense as the game is back to 3 apiece. All tied up here. 1st and 10 for Silvers. He'll throw over the middle. Gets his man. That's Emmanuel Thompson. Finds him for an 11-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down and a conversion. Silvers' quick throw after a hurry-up goes back to Thompson, but he gets ridden down immediately. Met by, looked like that was Paul Beneventi there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Silvers Going right out of the pocket. Pressure coming. Unatoa just misses as Silvers unloads deep downfield. The coverage was there as Sam Montgomery bats it away for 3rd and 10. And here comes Aurora with the pressure. They're looking for the screen here as Chun gets to the outside, and Sam Montgomery hits him hard out of bounds. He actually fumbled it. And it'll be 4th and 3, and the Trojans will have to punt. So 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line or 20-yard line here for the Red Foxes. So the handoff goes to Timberlake. He picks up a gain of 2 there for 2nd and 8. Little past the midway point here in the first quarter. Handoff again to Timberlake. This time he finds a nice hole, and he rumbles his way forward as he got tripped up and picks up 11 yards there, and he gets a 1st down as we're starting to get Timberlake going here. So another read option here into Sousa. Had nowhere to go. Couldn't have given it to Winslet there. They had the read option there, well scouted. 2nd and 12 with Gaines back in here. Throw over the middle, got Chuck Oferije. Tight throw there. Oferije hangs on, looking a lot better catching the football this game. He's got a 2nd reception. 1st and 10 to Sousa back in. Rolling out right, throwing, and finds Willoughby Sinclair, the Englishman. Gets the catch. He picks up 11 yards for a 1st down. It looks like the Red Foxes are driving here as they cross midfield. Winslet alone with the Sousa. They go option, and again, the read option well scouted. They had a man on the Sousa, a man on Winslet, and that's a 2-yard loss. Gaines back in at quarterback. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. As Gaines here on 2nd and 12. Going to go deep downfield. He's got a man. That's Isaiah Irving. Touchdown, Red Foxes. 46 yards on the bomb by Chandler Gaines. Now that is the passing game that Aurora has been missing, and that is what Gaines can give you. He's got some decent arm strength, and he had perfect position there as he saw Isaiah Irving get open, and the deep pass works to perfection. 10-3 ball game here. Silvers goes here, play action. Throws it out left, finding Emmanuel Thompson again here, and he gets a 1st down after an 18-yard gain. Silvers play action again, throwing off his back foot to his right and misses his target. Falls incomplete for 2nd and 10. Dante Devine there in coverage. 7 seconds to go. Silvers, another quick screen, and there's John Johnson making the catch, but the sophomore Victor Van Slyke coming in there from his safety position to go ahead and make the tackle, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Aurora making up for a crucial mistake early on by DJ Smith and taking the lead 10-3. Can they hang on here and take full advantage? We'll see. 99.7 K-Red. This is Brandon Jackson. Aurora. We'll be right back. 99.7 K-Red in Aurora, Colorado. This is Brandon Jackson here. Second quarter of the Red Foxes football in action here as the throw from Brandon Silvers is deflected away. Paul Beneventi there in coverage, and the Trojans will come out and punt. Here we go. D'Souza in the full house. Going to go play action. Quick throw underneath. First action here for Santiago Rojas as he picks up a gain of 6 there on a little comeback. And it'll be 2nd and 4. Rojas stays in here with Winslet. It's going to be a sweep to Rojas. He gets his first carry here. Only a gain of 1, however, for 3rd and 3. Gaines been back in at quarterback. Timberlake back in the backfield as he's alone with 4 wide. Quick throw underneath. Smith on the comeback. And he picks up 9 yards there. Hangs on to it this time. And picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10. D'Souza back in by himself in the shotgun. And the handoff will go to Winslet straight up the middle. Big hole there for him. Only able to get 9, however, for 2nd and 1. They go back in the pistol. We haven't seen a lot of under center today. It seems like Mashburn's going away from that for now. As Timberlake twirls his way forward. I thought he would have been stopped in the backfield there, but is able to extend himself and pick up the 1st down there. Great effort. 1st and 10. Offset I formation. They're going to bring Irving in motion right. This usually means run to the left. Let's see what they do here. Instead, nope, it's going to be Winslet straight up the middle going right. He finds a nice hole there and picks up a gain of 8. And make it 2nd and 2. Been loving the running effort thus far by Vernon Winslet. It seems like he's been getting a few more carries, as it's Timberlake in the game this time. They go play action with him, and Gaines keeps himself and runs with a first down, but not before he gets completely hammered there. He should have slid, but he does pick up the first. Here's a Sousa back in with Blanchard and Timberlake in the backfield. Handoff goes to Timberlake as Blanchard helped clear a hole for him. And they pick up 11 yards there. That left side looking strong with freshman guard James there under center clearing some lanes. 2nd and 10. Play action to Sousa rolling out right. To Sousa throwing. Goes out of bounds. It was just in the vicinity of Ofarije. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Gaines back in here for 3rd and 10. Gaines, play action again. He's got to roll out left. He's being flushed out of the pocket and just safely throws this one away. And Aurora will have to kick another field goal. So here's Sean O'Shea, about the same spot. Another 45-yarder. And drills that one straight through the uprights. That matches his career high. 13-3 Aurora up on the Troy Trojans. 1st and 10. They got to get some points on the board here. They've been pretty dominant on defense thus far. As Silvers throws one straight in the hands of Craig Kilgore. And Craig Kilgore gets the interception and returns it to the 22-yard line. What a play. I mean, right on cue. As I was saying that Aurora needs to take advantage with their dominance on defense, Kilgore comes up with an interception and puts the Red Foxes offense in great field position. 1st and 10. Gonna go triple option here. De Sousa pitches it out to Timberlake. No hesitation there. Timberlake, all the room in the world. Touchdown. Red Foxes on the first play off the turnover. They decided to go triple option and mix it up a little bit. They've been going read option all day, and they didn't look after Timberlake. He's the most dangerous running back in that mix. 23 Aurora, as they are roaring and running all over the Troy Trojans, and this crowd has finally gotten into this game. 1st and 10. Here's Silvers, quick throw out. He's got his wide receiver Wyatt, and it's Jasper Willis who comes up there to make the tackle after a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Silvers, they're going to try to sweep it here with Dominic Walker, and he goes nowhere. Connor Bruce from his outside linebacker position, getting off the block and slamming him down on the ground. 3rd and 6. Sean in motion right. Here's Silvers. Going to throw over the middle and misses his target. That Aurora defense all over it today. And so here comes De Sousa here from 1st and 10. And the handoff here goes to Paul Phillips, the true freshman, getting some playing time here. Usually just there on kick returns. Seems like he's going to get a few carries here as he picks up a gain of 6. Phillips stays in the game here with Blanchard. They're in an offset wing here. They're going to try to stretch it out with him going on a toss, trying to take advantage of that speed that he has, and he's able to get the first down there. 5-yard gain as he's at 11 yards on 2 carries. Here's Gaines, play action. Throw over the middle to DJ Smith. That would have been a highlight play if he caught it because there was no one in front of him, but he drops it. 2nd and 10. Ball at about the 41-yard line. Here's De Sousa back in. Sousa going to throw underneath here for Isaiah Irving. He got the touchdown earlier. Gets his 2nd reception here for an 11-yard gain and a first down. De Sousa stays in with Timberlake and Winslet behind him. De Sousa going to throw over the middle here. Finds Isaiah Irving again. So now Irving's starting to get really involved in this game. That's his 3rd reception. Picks up 8 there for 2nd and 2 as the Red Foxers are trying to work this clock a little bit. 2nd and 2, 3 wide, 1 tight end. Gaines in there with Timberlake. Gaines feeling the pressure, not able to get it out fast enough. And thankfully isn't sacked there for 3rd and 2. Full house formation. De Sousa keeps it, runs straight up the hole, and picks up the first down. A gain of 11. As the Red Foxers are trying to get a good touchdown here if they can. Gaines, play action. Gaines going to roll out here. He's going to keep it himself. Gaines looking to get out of bounds and is wrestled out. Just before he could get out there, I saw him trying to get to the out of bounds but couldn't get there in time before he was shoved out. 13-2 in terms of first downs here for the Red Fox. They've been moving quite well. They're going to throw underneath here for Winslet in the flat, and he couldn't get out of bounds, so Mashburn's going to call timeout here. He's got 2 left with 24 seconds remaining. 2nd and 4. Here's Gaines in at quarterback this time. Offset wing formation. Gaines throws a field goal here. He kind of threw it off his back foot. I think he was waiting for Ofarije to come off his route and making that double move there, but it never got open. 3rd and 4. D'Souza's in. D'Souza rolling out right. He's got some room to he decides to throw it. I thought he was going to run it. I think he got a little scared by that defensive lineman diving after him and just threw it away. So 4th and 4. Aurora's going to have to settle for 3. O'Shea nails it straight through for his 3rd field goal of the game. And that'll take us to halftime. Aurora running wild all over the Troy Trojans, 23-3. Can they keep it up here in the second half? Because this offense has been on fire. We'll see. It's 99.7 K-Red, Aurora. Brandon Jackson will be right back. 99.7 K-Red, Aurora, Colorado. This is Brandon Jackson. We're back here in the second half for your Red Foxes, and man, what a game here in the home opener here at Red Rock Stadium. This Aurora offense has looked absolutely sharp against the Troy Trojans, and the defense has been up to the task. I mentioned it a little earlier here, the Trojans only have 2 first downs thus far in the first half. Aurora, 14. It's been quite a different game. 42 pass yards, 4 rush yards for Troy. They were held under 50 yards in the first half. Time of possession, completely different ball games here, as Aurora has 122 pass yards and 117 rush yards. As we get the kickoff underway, Henderson going to return this one for the Trojans. He's got a little bit of a hole there, but doesn't get too far. Return of 29 yards as they'll start at just about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Can the defense keep up the pressure here? Silvers on 1st down. Going to throw to his left. Finds Dominic Walker. He picks up 10 yards there. They're going to mark him just a little bit short and call it 2nd and inches. Tight end moves in motion left. Silvers in a shotgun formation with Chun behind him. And look at that run defense. They win in the trenches. And it's Andre Swift, the left end, who comes in there and makes the tackle. I mean, everyone was up there to force that stop. Montgomery Ward there as well. 3rd and 4. Silvers stepping up into the pocket. Doesn't have much room to run. And he's brought down. Sacked. Andre Swift. 2 in a row here as he gets his sack. It's another tackle for a loss for him. And the Trojans are going to bring out the punt unit again. So 4th and 4. Paul Phillips back there to return. Decent punt as he's backed up to about the 25-yard line. Phillips try to make something of it here. Doesn't get too much. As he's brought down after a return of about 7 yards. And they will take over at the 35-yard line. So Gaines will start off this second half. Full house formation with Blanchard there. And look at Blanchard. A lot of room. And the big moose, David Blanchard, gonna rumble here. He picks up a gain of 10. Good to see the big boy get a carry here. 1st and 10. Gaines. Play action. Gonna throw underneath here for Chuck Ofarije. Not able to get loose that time, but he hangs on for a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. D'Souza back in. They've got the left side loaded up. They're gonna move Rojas in motion left and hand it off here to Winslet, who cuts back right. Seemed like he had a bit of a hole there, just couldn't hit it. And it'll be 3rd and 4. Winslet on 6 carries, 23 yards this far. 3rd and 4. Here's Gaines. Passing game been pretty good thus far, and they'll continue. Dallas Killinger finally gets involved. The slot receiver picking up his first reception there. 13 yards for the first down. Bunch left. D'Souza in. He's going to go play action here, and he gets sacked. Not able to get rid of it fast enough. That's been one of the strengths today for Aurora, is that they've been running good play action designs or bootlegs to get easy throws, but that time not able to get rid of it fast enough for 2nd and 16. Here we go, D'Souza. They're going to set up the screen here for Timberlake, and that's great blocking. Timberlake, a lot of room, and his offensive lineman not able to get there fast enough to make the block. I think that was Josh Nichols, number 58, who was out there in front. And I think Timberlake tried to cut back in since he was in front of him. But that is a 30-yard screen pass as they'll go to the 13-yard line. Sousa delay handoff here to Winslet. Winslet breaking it to the outside, trying to reach for the end zone. It'll be stopped just a bit short. Picks up a gain of 9 there for 2nd and 1. Well, this is interesting. That is Darius Watts in at quarterback. They're going to go. No, they're going to throw it here with Watts. Watts throwing to the end zone. Can't find his man. Looked like he could have ran that in too. That's a weird play design there, but it'll be 3rd and 1. Sweep left for Winslet. Touchdown. Vernon Winslet scores his first rushing touchdown of the day. The 4th of the year for Vernon Winslet, as he's been having quite an easy time finding the end zone this year. 30-3. I didn't see this coming. But, man, are they making a statement here in the home opener as, wow, what a stiff arm there on DJ Smith as Jamarius Henderson picks up a gain of 32 there on the return. Wow. But, again, the story thus far, 304 total yards on offense for Aurora, 52 for the Trojans. Let's see if that can continue. 1st and 10. Here's Silvers. Dropping back, throw over the middle. Got Thompson. Thompson shakes off the tackle of Pinaventi, and he's headed towards the end zone. Devine has to come and give chase from the other side of the field and is able to bring down Thompson just before he gets to the end zone. It will be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line after a 68-yard gain. That doubles, more than doubles, their total as Dominic Walker is stopped immediately. That time, Beneventi makes the tackle for 2nd and goal. Here's Silvers. Looking, throwing, lobbing, right, finds Dominic Walker. Touchdown, Trojans. So, that's the first drive of the day that Troy has put together that has looked anywhere near impressive. Big 68-yard gain will do that for you. And here comes DJ Smith out of his own end zone. He'll run it out to about the 20-yard line. So, again, that big play kind of changes things as Troy got a quick score. But again, the story thus far is that Aurora has been capitalizing pretty much on all of their drives thus far. Here's a 3rd and 9 for Aurora. They're going to go play action here. Gaines rolling out to his right. Going to throw underneath. Finally gets Dallas Killinger on a 13-yard gain there. So again, those rollouts, play action passes have been working really well in protecting the quarterbacks and giving them easy throws. Read option here. Gaines keeps it. And blocks don't hold up for him. It looks like Merriweather couldn't get a hand on the outside linebacker, and Gaines only gets a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Here's the toss play out to Timberlake. Timberlake runs over his man, but he's stopped. It looks like just short of the line of scrimmage. Chris Weatherspoon in there to make the tackle for 3rd and 9. Here's Gaines, going to throw here again. Nobody open. He's got to throw underneath here for Willoughby Sinclair, and he gets wrestled out of bounds after a gain of 5, and it looks like Aurora for the first time today will punt. But that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Aurora still up big in this one, 30-10, despite giving up a big play. I think Aurora should be able to put this one away. Do they have anything left for us on offense? We'll see. 99.7 K-Red Aurora. Brandon Jackson will be right back. 99.7 K-Red Aurora. This is Brandon Jackson here. 4th quarter, 30-10. Aurora up big in this one as Darius Watts finally back in his natural position. I guess he got a little bored as he punts this one away all the way back to the 15-yard line. Big punt there by Watts as Henderson on the return gets a gain of 14 as he's wrestled at about the 30-yard line. So let's see if this defense is up to the task of making another stop here. Silvers from the gun, going to throw. And just lobs this one over his receiver's head out of bounds. Silvers 9 of 18 today, an interception and 1 touchdown after that big play. 2nd and 10. Here's Silvers. Throw over the middle. Dangerous throw, but John Johnson hangs on to it as he is tackled by Paul Beneventi and picks up the first down. 2nd and 10 for Troy. Silvers from the gun. Throwing to his right. Oh, it looks like Aurora tried to jam the receivers there, and Devine got burnt on the play. He paid dearly for that one And fortunately, they were able to shove him out of bounds after a big gain. That'll take Troy to the 20-yard line as they hurry it up. Silvers throwing left, finds Walker, but bounces right off his hands. I think he was afraid of the hit coming there by Paul Benavinti, and he drops it. 2nd and 10. Aurora out in a kind of like a nickel look as Silvers throws to his right. And again, overthrows his receivers. I don't know if he's just off target today or if he's actually throwing these passes out of bounds, but it'll be 3rd and 10. Silvers in the gun with Shun in the backfield with him. Silvers looking to throw. Pressure bearing down on him. He fumbles the football after a big hit by Connor Bruce. His brother's going to be really happy with his performance today. Connor Bruce making a big hit here. And his big brother, who's the defensive coordinator, very happy as his defense has to stay out there here for 4th and 14. Silvers throwing to the end zone. Incomplete. It was on target that time, but his receiver was out of bounds. Aurora playing the goal line perfectly. And Aurora will take over at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. D'Souza, read option, keeps it. Gets almost to the first down marker. He'll be just short after a gain of 10, and it'll be 2nd and inches. Pistol formation again, offset wing. Timberlake in the backfield with them. Blanchard in that wing. It's a handoff to Timberlake. He will run it up straight up the middle. And he picks up a gain of 4. So we're looking to add to the lead here and really put this game away. 1st and 10. Aurora working on that clock. Good juke left by Winslet. Trying to cut it back there. And able to make 6 yards out of that small little run. It'll be 2nd and 4. D'Souza stays in. Winslet and Timberlake in the backfield. Ofarije out there at tight end. 2 wide as Timberlake stretches this one out right. Good juke move right to make the defender fall as he has to be brought down from behind after a gain of 7. And Aurora picks up another 1st down. 1st and 10. Full house formation with Blanchard, Winslet, and Timberlake. And look at the hole here for Winslet. Big sweep left. And John James again, just a big hole there to help spring his guy. And they pick up a gain of 17 there on the 1st down. 1st and 10. Great blocking by the solo line here on the run play as Winslet finds a nice hole for 9 yards. He's at 67 yards. 2nd and 1. Here's D'Souza, handoff. Here's Rojas, big hole for the big guy. Again, it's all the freshman guard, John James, here as he pulls right and pushes to get a big hole there and still tries to come upfield to make some extra blocks. He's been outstanding today as Rojas picks up some major yards for 1st and goal. Handoff here for Winslet. Winslet wrestled down at the 3. No, he wasn't brought down. Again, Winslet makes magic. Touchdown, his 5th of the year. It's like the kickoff return that he had against UL Lafayette. He's wrestled down, but stays on top of his defender. Great awareness by Winslet to know he wasn't down, get back up, and run it straight in. 37-10. Silvers, lofting right, finds Dominic Walker. And he has to be wrestled out of bounds as the 2nd-team defense is in right now. You got Sherville, Sterling, a bunch of other guys out there as here's actually a 1st-team starter, Montgomery Ward, making the tackle here on 1st and 10 for 3 yards. Deep throw here for Dominic Walker. Secondary wasn't in great position there. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A lot of hurry up here from Troy. They're trying to put up some points, but good pressure there by the defense. The force 2nd and 10 and a throw out of bounds. Silvers in the gun, looking for the screen, gets it set up. And look at Rodney Noel get off that block. That could have been a touchdown for Jordan Chun, and instead it's a 1-yard loss for 3rd and 11. Silvers throwing deep towards the end zone. Caught by Emmanuel Thompson. What a catch. I mean, there was pretty good coverage there. It looked like by Tyler Wilkerson, but not able to defend the perfect pass. Onside kick recovered by Ben Cyphers. The wide receiver makes the catch, gets down to the ground, and Aurora, who has been dominant on offense, will come out to the field for another drive to see if they can add on to an already outstanding day, and it's Mike Hayes who will be coming in at quarterback. Here's a handoff. Paul Phillips going to get some extra work here. Straight up the middle, gets a gain of 7, and that offensive line is on fire. Even the backups here getting some work in and showing that they can push. 2nd and 3, Rojas in motion. Phillips stretch this one out left. Good juke move. What? The ball just popped out of the air. What? I have no clue what just happened there. Did the ball get punched out? Troy recovers. I have no idea what just happened there. Phillips made a juke, and then all of a sudden the ball just came flying out about 10 yards backwards, and Troy recovers, and they'll take over at about midfield. Weird play there as Silvers throws here on 1st down, and that pass sails out of bounds. Again, overthrowing receivers, not hitting guys, just throwing it away all day. Aurora's defense been unstoppable. Silvers here on 2nd and 10. Throw underneath. Johnson makes the catch. And Ishmael Finn-Michaels has to come from behind and make the tackle. Silvers is sacked. A spearing tackle there by Stephon Porter. The sophomore knifing his way through that line and laying an absolute monster hit on Silvers. He gets his first sack of his career. Silvers, 4th and 11, throwing deep and over the head of Finn-Michaels into the hand of John Johnson. Again, a perfect throw, but Finn-Michaels has to turn around and get a hand on that ball. 1st and 10, Silvers throwing left, and that pass is picked off. Tyler Wilkerson making up for the touchdown that he gave up earlier that time in position and making an incredible interception, getting both feet in bounds before leaning out. And look at Mashburn congratulating this defense as they come to the sideline. 1st and 10. They're in the offset eye here. It's a read option for Phillips, breaking to the outside. It's a foot race, and this track star you are not going to catch. 93 yards for Paul Phillips to the house. What a play. What a game thus far for Aurora. That puts them over 300 rushing yards on the day, and the longest run in Aurora Red Fox's history, set by the true freshman Paul Phillips, showing off all the speed that he has. No one can touch him when he is in the open field. 44-17. 1st and 10 for Troy, as this Red Fox's crowd is going wild here at Red Rock Stadium. I'm excited, man. A 6-yard gain here for Justin Wyatt as they're trying to work the clock down. 500 total yards on offense for the Red Foxes. 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion right. Silvers gonna look to throw here. And he's brought down again by Stephon Porter. Troy will call a timeout, but Stephon Porter picks up his 2nd sack, and I think we may need to get some more snaps for that guy. He has been outstanding even against the first-team Troy offense. 3rd and 12. 59 seconds to go here in the game. Silvers will throw over the middle. Caught. John Johnson able to pick up the 1st down there after a gain of 17 as the clock is still winding down. Here's Silvers. 31 seconds to go. Throwing over the middle of the field. Got John Johnson, and they'll get a garbage touchdown here. 19-yard reception there, as Brandon Silvers will at least boost this game to a 24-44 game. So Troy recovers the onside kick. They'll get another chance here. 25 seconds left. Looks like Aurora's just going to mainly play prevent as Dominic Walker gets a gain of 12 there on the reception. 9 seconds to go. Silvers from the gun. Looking, stepping up, throws. Wide open man. Thompson there. Touchdown. So it's going to look a lot closer on the scoreboard, but don't let the score fool you. This was a blowout as Troy scores another touchdown here on the 2nd-team defense, and Thompson makes the catch. Onside kick recovered. Red Foxes in victory formation with a 2nd to go. And your Aurora Red Foxes with a dominant home win, 44-31 over the Trojans. What a game, what a performance. Man, everybody absolutely showed out in this one. Player of the game awarded to Sean O'Shea. He was 3 of 3 and 3 of 3 on field goals, 4-4 on extra points, but I mean, you could have given it to anyone. The combination of Gaines and D'Souza in this game worked to perfection. You had Gaines throwing the long bomb earlier on to Isaiah Irving. You had D'Souza running the speed option and the read options and the triple options to perfection. And then just later on, you saw what is a glimpse of the future here at Aurora with Paul Phillips on a big play, running 93 yards and setting a school record in terms of the longest running play. And I mean, hey, what a way to get your first 100-yard game on such a big run. I mean, everybody contributed in this one. You had good runs by Rojas, good runs by Winslet, good runs by Timberlake, the big run by Phillips. The offensive line looked outstanding. Big play there by Isaiah Irving early on. Just, this is the best I have seen this Red Foxes offense, and it showed on the scoreboard today with 44 points to show for it. I cannot wait to talk about this game going into next week and preparing as we get back on the road again as we head out to play the Virginia Cavaliers. Can't wait to talk about it with you guys. For next week, this is 99.7 K-Red Aurora, Brandon Jackson. What a win for the Red Foxes. I'll see you next time.